Waiting for an Alibi by Thin Lizzy on XFM 104.9. Right, okay, this is, of all the trauma in the world, I thought we'd come on to a little bit, and he's just brought it right down, little mank twat, whinging. No, but I mean, do you know what I mean? He's had a go at you, he's thrown you off his team.
I'm devastated by that. That was the one thing I was looking forward to this week.
To be fair, you were looking forward to telling him you were taking over the team, so it's sort of poetic justice. It has blown up in your face, to be fair.
True, I was trying to squeeze him out of his own company.
Yeah, you were going to try and get him out of his team.
Yeah, well,
it was a hostile takeover, and they clubbed together.
To be honest with you, there's normally 3 regulars on his team. I got 2 of them on my side. One of which is his girlfriend. So, I only had to work on him to try and get him to resign, and we'd have been away. Still, you know, we should give, the prizes away.
Yeah, well, this has been dreadful, this thing. We started off well with him trying to force burgers in his mouth, and then he'd come up with this tat. I mean, this is the end of this, because it was shoddy to start with, no little duo couple, well, this is not only,
I'm just saying, this is what I was saying in the pub yesterday when you tried to be sick on my leg. I was saying, come up with new ideas if you don't like them, but you diss them on air.
Well, it's just disappointing, isn't it? And right. What's that?
I was disappointed when I was choking before.
We were disappointed as well.
Yeah, you didn't try. You didn't try with the grapes. You were just like chewing on that. You meant to just throw them in and swallow them.
Songs of phrase. It was 6 songs. It sounded like this.
Boring. Right, what are they? Just give you
6
answers.
songs there. We had Lionel Richie, My Destiny for My.
Tricky.
Neighbour.
Oh, that's XFM. Ooh.
My Neighbour was Space. Neighbourhood. Had Harry Connick Jr. Had to Be You.
Yeah.
Right. Had your neighbour had a horse.
Horse from
America.
America, yeah.
A horse.
In
was Lisa Stansfield with
pathetic.
In All the Right Places.
Oh, pathetic. Did anyone get that? Did anyone get that?
And
No one got that.
Animals.
So that was pointless.
Alright, well, the most anyone got was 3, and we're going to give it to Deborah, and that's possibly Deborah and Kate. They got at least 3 of those, so well done.
Okay, well done. Yeah, there's prizes on the way. That's the end of that. So that's there. No cheapest chimps, none of that anymore. What have you got left? You got the film to do? Let's see what you've done with the film.
Hang on, I'd love to have some monkey news, though.
Go on then. Got any monkey news?
Yeah, I got some monkey news.
Come on then.
No, Rick, come on. Cheer it.
Well, it's a sort of like, he moans that he's got too much time on his hands, and he comes up with that
Okay.
shite.
Monkey news. The jingle, please.
Ooh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Okay,
There's been quite a lot of stuff going on. There was a few bits in that Guinness Book of Records book that cost me 20 quid.
Yeah, well, that's not news, is it? They printed that probably last September.
No,
so that's
there's one in there.
new music. New monkey news from last September. You're a lord.
Come on.
Waster.
Please, Ricky. Monkey news.
Right. There was this monkey in a zoo in Brazil.
Right.
Right. And this little man monkey, a little woman monkey. And
you're a scientist, aren't you? Go on.
And they said the people in charge were like, oh, wouldn't it be good if they had kids?
Brilliant.
Right. So anyway, the chimps used to stand sort of, you know, they'd have their little caves each, and they used to sort of lean on the fence having a bit of a chat and stuff with each other. Well, you know,
gossiping,
the equivalent sort of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were getting on a storm, and like the zookeepers were like,
"Can you hear that cheapest chimps this week?" Okay, it was fascinating. Yeah, just gossiping. I understand.
So what's any monkey news? I don't know. Tune in.
What was monkey news this week?
Go on. It was from last September.
So there was, you know, stood there having a chat, and the zookeepers were like, I wonder if they're ever gonna, you know, have kids and that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it went on for ages, you know, this just chatting, no sort of action. So what the zookeepers did was, they said, I know, they'll have kids.
Are we letting that go? They were just chatting, are we just letting that go?
You know what I mean? I mean, just doing whatever monkeys do.
Okay.
Right? So the zookeepers were like, yeah, I wonder when they're gonna, you know, have some kids. Yeah. Anyway, what they decided to do, to sort of do to egg them on, bought one of them a suit, one a wedding dress.
Right.
Keep going!
No, I'm not having it.
Shut up, Gervais. Fade him down if he's going to interrupt. I want to hear the rest of this.
They got married.
So they got married?
Yeah, they got married.
Right.
What? That's the end of it! This is why I don't... Right, that's the end of monkey news. That's the end of monkey news. Don't do that again, you've got no features left.
Why don't you like that?
Well, it's just not a story! It's about two chimps chatting, which doesn't happen. The zookeeper's going, I wonder if they're gonna ever have kids. Hey, come on, they got married. That's the end of the story. What are you talking about?
Hang on, just calm down. Let me just check that you didn't make a mistake there and didn't lose out.
What do you mean you didn't make a mistake?
Wait a minute, he may have just left out a fundamental piece of information.
What, the story?
That would have made it into a story.
Right.
Let me just check the facts. So they bought them wedding outfits. They were married. Did they propose to each other, or were they just forcibly married?
Encourage him.
Just forced onto
And
it.
then what was the outcome? Once they got married, what happened? They fell in love?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa!
It's not a marriage, Carl.
Be quiet.
It's not a real marriage. I don't know what you've got in your head. It's like the head of Homer Simpson. I'd go in there and there'd be a wedding reception and there'd be a couple of fights and they'd be talking about stuff.
They got married. They fell in love. Did they have children?
They're not back off the honeymoon yet.
Play a record. You got no pieces left.
Eve Satisfaction, new single.
Yeah, XFM, quick, play it. Right, we've waited 3 weeks, we are going to play it. I don't care whether we're late. We were late in because there was news. So, play it.
Which film are you in this week?
Looking at Silence of the Lambs.
Right, play it. Just play it.
Have we got a question?
Well, come
No,
on
who
with a question
cares?
after.
Who cares? Should Carl carry on? Play it.
Right, Silence of the Lambs. The bit where, Jodie Foster is having a chat.
Good evening, Clarice.
Right. Just thought I'd, come and see you.
How very thoughtful.
Don't mind me popping in though, do you? It's just no one else is interested in the sort of things I like talking about.
People will say we're in love.
Well, say what they want. Did you hear the show last week? We were talking about gay people. If they should have their own toilets or not, and stuff.
That was good.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? Got a good debate going. Enjoy doing the show. It's a favourite part of my week, really, just talking about weird stuff and that.
Oh, Clarice, your problem is you need to get more fun out of life.
I have a lot of fun in my life. You know, come and see you, and spend a lot of time on the internet, looking up weird stuff. Reading something about a hairy Chinese kid. There's another thing, there's a fella who, no arms and legs, is known as the Pillar Man.
Everything you need to find him is right there in those pages.
Bizarre magazine. Yeah, I get this. The hairy Chinese kid, what annoys me is he could sort it out. He could just have a shave, couldn't he? Do you know what I mean?
No, he cuts.
Does he? Well, use some of that EMAC stuff. Yeah, don't be getting funny with me, just 'cause you're in a bit of a mood, right? You know you shouldn't eat people. Your eyes are bigger than your belly, I've always said that, so... See you later.
Interesting. Atmospheric, moody, and the question is... okay, how about this? How many films have been made featuring the character Hannibal Lecter? How many films
They
have
haven't
been
got
made?
time to phone in now, have they?
No, they can email in, they'll have time. Do you care?
I don't care.
No, exactly. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you can be bothered. If you're interested in what, you want a $4.99 copy on VHS of Silence of the Lambs.
He's dissing that as well, Carl. What do you think of that?
Bit annoying, but that's it for this week.
But remember what happened when no, it's not. It's 9 minutes to 3. How can that...
Tell him, Steve.
No. How can that be it? It's 9 minutes to 3. What's he doing? Is he playing a record?
Carl, what can I do to get back on your quiz team?
You're not...
Right. Songbird Oasis, right. Send Carl a little present. Send him some essential oils or something, or, I just, I mean, a little lavender pillow, or just a little message. Send him a little message. Tell him it's all worth it. He's getting all grumpy, aren't you?
I just get sick of it, that's all. It's not worth going through the stress for 30 quid every Saturday.
You lying little... You'd get more than 30 quid.
Oh, not much more. Anyway, Steve, who's the winner?
The winner is Mike McNulty. He correctly answered the fact that there were 4 films featuring Hannibal Lecter.
There's a downer now, isn't there? There's a downer.
I think it was you, actually. I mean, I don't know, Carl. It's not like I'm just trying to win myself a place on your team, but I actually felt that Ricky was really out of order this
I
week.
gave him grapes.
I thought Ricky was discourteous, if that's a word. I thought he was rude, aggressive, unpleasant. As one person emailed in, a dickhead. So, someone also said you were fat and talentless. I don't like those emailers who do that sort of thing, but one of them said you were really, really annoying.
Well, cheers for that, but you're still not on the
they didn't like what you were wearing.
So, back next week.
What did you say?
Cheers for that, but you